Ladies and gents, gather round, and lend your ears to the peculiar tale of the kingdom of glorp, where socks are perpetually soggy, pigeons are potty-mouthed, and rhubarb pies hold more political power than you could imagine. Let's start with the Mage Guild. You know, the group of wizards who, instead of doing something useful like teleporting garbage to the sun, decided to make everyone's socks perpetually damp. Yeah, you heard it right, I said damp socks. Not a great time to be a foot model in glorp, but boy, did the foot powder and waterproof sock industry boom. And then we've got glorp's carrier pigeons. Now, in your standard kingdom, pigeons coo sweetly, maybe poop on statues. But here? These birds are summoned via magic to deliver messages. Sounds great, right? Except these feathery fiends have the vocabulary of a salty sailor and only know how to hurl insults. Your mother was a chicken, they'd squawk at innocent glorpian citizens, causing more hurt feelings than a reality TV show reunion. Now, let's shift our gaze to the high-stakes rhubarb pie baking contest. You're probably thinking, pies? High stakes? Someone's been sniffing too much cinnamon. But you'd be wrong. This contest is as serious as a heart attack on the dance floor. Queen Mildred, a culinary queen and the reigning rhubarb champ, has won this contest for 7 years straight. Her rhubarb rhapsody is so legendary, it's led to pyrolated coup attempts. Can you imagine? Down with the queen, her crust is too flaky. And the judges of this contest? Garden gnomes. Now, I know what you're thinking, who gate-crashed the fairy tale and let the lawn ornaments decide. But these aren't your grandma's gnomes. They're notoriously harsh critics with a rhubarb fetish that borders on the weird. More tart, they'd shout, wiping crumbs from their beards. Enter the enigma wrapped in a mystery, sprinkled with powdered sugar, the Baron von Strudel. More famous for his puns than his pastries, the Baron loves to say, "Why don't we make like a pie and roll?" Yeah, his sense of humor is as dry as unbuttered toast. But his pies? Suspiciously delicious. Rumors swirl that he's using forbidden gnome magic or, gasp, store-bought rhubarb. But fear not, for we have our unlikely heroes. Firstly, we have Sir Reginald Reggie Spoonbender, so inept he can set his armor on fire just by looking at it. He's been tasked with uncovering the Baron's secret. Then there's Agatha Aggie Crust Whisper, a baker who can have a full-on conversation with a sourdough starter. Her mission? Bake a pie so perfect it makes those gnome judges weep tears of joy. And finally, there's Ferdinand Ferdy Fillingsworth, the Baron's assistant who sweats like a nervous clam and has a phobia of puns. Now, we can't forget Norman the gnome. This wee judge loves rhubarb pies so much he'd marry one if he could. His pronouncements are more dramatic than a soap opera cliffhanger. He's also a bit of a green thumb, turning any patch of soil into a rhubarb patch faster than you can say nom nom nom. The day of the contest arrives. Our heroes are kneading, stirring, and baking their hearts out. The Baron's pies are glowing like radioactive pastries, Queen Mildred is sweating bullets, and Norman is drooling over the rhubarb like a dog on a steak. Finally, the secret of the Baron's pies is revealed. His pies glow because he uses enchanted, non-store-bought rhubarb. And Queen Mildred, with a last-minute recipe tweak from Aggie, wins again, sending the gnome judges into a rhubarb-induced rapture. So there you have it, folks, a kingdom where magic is misused, pies are political, and gnomes are gastronomes. If you've enjoyed this wild ride through glorp, why not subscribe, leave a comment, or share this video. Just be careful of any pigeons that might deliver your messages, they've been known to have a foul mouth.